a very mean person all the time. She got to like me later in life, and all I had to do to get into her good graces was to get a degree from her beloved St. Lawrence, and all of a sudden she appreciated me. And late in the years, when she was long retired, she was nice to me, but boy, she beat me up in school. Now, before the economy crashed, there was a program in New York State where every school district who wanted to do an addition on their school, they could contribute 10% of their budget, and 90% would be paid by the state. And so every school district added on a wing or two or three to their schools. And Batavia did, and many of you toured it today. You probably saw it. It's a beautiful school, much bigger and nicer than we were there. And as part of my job, I had to preside over the labor law litigation and the contract disputes between school districts. And I found out that when the contractors unearthed something, which I would call it was a treasure trove of stuff from the 60s that nobody knew even existed. And it seems that when the students were making the votes for the pick poll, we all know what the pick poll is, and by the way, I didn't get a single vote in the pick poll, which basically ruined my life. I don't know about the rest of you. But the teachers were also talking about us. And I found a tape, an audio tape, where the faculty members were engaged in their own poll about some of the members of our class. And I ordered that the tape be destroyed because I don't think you want to know the way they talked about us. But I'm going to tell you the content of some of the things they said. Ambrose Ryan said, "Hey, I just came upon Jerry Tiberio and Jane Pixley playing doctor in the cafeteria." And Mrs. Collins said, "Mon Dieu." She always said, "Mon Dieu." Jerry Tiberio was having inappropriate sexual contact with Jane Pixley? And Mr. Ryan said, "Not inappropriate contact. He was playing doctor. He was going over blood tests with her." Jerry, I'm thankful to say, a good friend of mine, I persuaded him to come here tonight. He wasn't going to come. I heard from him yesterday. I'm delighted he's here. And he's a doctor. He is a doctor. He's a real doctor in Ohio. Miss Gehring said, "Do you think Rich Zambita and Carol Pastor or Harry Tyson and Kathy Six will get married?" And Ms. Dash said, "Nah, it's just puppy love. A year from now, they won't even remember each other's names." Well, we may have to wait for our 75th till they don't remember their names. Mr. Marion said, "I think Rosemary Saformo should run for student council." Mr. Day said, "Nah, she could never get elected in office." Now, the residents of the 6th Ward in Batavia will probably disagree with you on that one. Mr. Trozzi said, "What do you think Brad Spencer will be after high school?" Mr. Hanley said, "I'm predicting counterfeiter." Mr. Trozzi said, "Counterfeiter? His father's a minister. He's not going to print phony money." Mr. Hanley said, Not one word counterfeiter, 2 words. I think he's going to install kitchens." Counterfeiter, Well, I don't think it's counterfeit, but Brad has made a lot of money. Mrs. Lennon said, "Do you think Dean Scribner will be able to get a good job after high school?" Mr. Burns said, "Yeah, but it won't be rocket science." Guess what, gang? It was rocket science. Mrs. Willoughby said, "What do you think Steve Hawley will do in life?" And the last thing Steve said to me before he handed the microphone to me was, "Be kind." And I said, and Mr. Marion said, "His father's in agriculture. He'll probably come to the reunion with dirt under his fingernails." Well, I'm telling you, I know this from firsthand. He does have dirt under his fingernails, but it's from shaking hands with his federal legislators that he deals with. And the last comment on the tape before I destroyed it. The last comment was from Mr. Stamp. He said, "I think Liz Johnson should have gotten one of those most likely to something awards." Mr. Stewart said, "Which one?" Mr. Stamp said, "How about most likely to put on 1,000 thankless hours on a 50th reunion?" Back to you.
Another round of applause for Bob. Great job. Everybody still awake?